Welcome in, air signs. It's Heather with Heather's Healing, and I'm here to take a look at the energy of July 2026. So, as I shuffle the cards, I'm just going to tell you what I was picking up on this month. So, the energy this month is very much peeking behind the veil and looking at the barriers that hide the heart of the matter. So, whatever that heart of the matter is for you. The other thing that I kept hearing and seeing was the glyphs for Aries and Virgo. So to me, that's meaning the details inform the action. So pay attention to the little details, the conditioning, the patterns, your patterns that you notice coming up this month, because that is going to give you context as far as what actions you need to take or what you need to change or whatever that is. The details inform the action. The other thing that I kept seeing was a clock tower. So there is some urgency and a real reason in why you need to notice this. Now is the time to pay attention to these details, these patterns, ways that you show up in the world. um, and we'll get into some more details about that. The other thing that I was really noticing that stood out the most was this ginormous fig. I kept seeing this fig, and figs, they can mean a lot of different things. They can talk about peace and abundance and beauty, but the thing that stood out the most about this fig was awakening to your truth and releasing attachments that block your spiritual and creative flow. So, I feel like there's some epiphanies coming in for everybody. So, air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, are you ready to peek behind the curtain and see the inner working of your world? Because I feel like that's what we're doing this month. It's a pretty deep month. So the questions I'm going to ask are, what from your past needs to be laid to rest? This feels like this could be an injustice of some kind, but what from your past needs to be laid to rest? What is then illuminated or set free? Now is the time to take action on what, and what truth are you awakening to? So, air signs, what from your past needs to be laid to rest? What from your past needs to be laid to rest? We've got the Knight of Cups. How do I want to say this? This feels like a delusion. This feels like a belief in something that is not accurate or real. I'm wondering if you I'm just trying to tap into what I'm feeling here, and this is a collective read. Um, this is a false sense of self. This is going to be a conditioning or patterning that came in through as you were growing up, through childhood. And I don't feel like your parents did this to be mean. I feel like they did this because it's what they did to keep themselves safe. So they taught you to do the same thing. But it's tied into self-worth because I feel like you were taught to sell yourself short or not to expect a lot, even out of yourself. So I'm wondering if you had a dream for yourself as a child, but then the conditioning that you received and internalized made you feel like you weren't worthy of having such dreams and goals. So those dreams started to feel more like a fantasy or an illusion, something that you could just never have because of whatever reason. So feel into that. And I feel like there's going to be situations that come up this month that link into this. So if you're paying attention to these details, if you're paying attention to this, you're going to notice it. This could also show up in your life now is as you have an idea or a grand idea about something or something that you want, and you're really excited about it, but then you very quickly talk yourself out of it because of, you know, you won't be good at that, or, why do you think you should have something like that? Um, Pay attention to that. So definitely something here. It's almost like you were taught not to really love yourself or not to really connect with yourself. And I think that when you did that, um, it put up a barrier around your God-given talents, your gifts, the things that you came here to express, um the way you could express yourself. So, I mean, again, these are talents, God-given gifts. I feel like you moved away from those because of that conditioning. You also might feel like y- you're not worthy to express yourself or to be seen or heard, that your feelings aren't valid, that you are not valid. Pay attention to what comes up as you're thinking about these things. The whole point of that is to notice the conditioning and patterning so you can break those patterns or conditioning. So once you're able to identify that conditioning, that patterning, and move away from that, what is then illuminated or set free? Air signs, what is then illuminated or set free? By noticing these conditioning and patterns around who you truly are, what is illuminated or set free? Six of Pentacles. Um, you're able to receive. You're able to receive more freely. I feel like you're able to give quite well. I feel like that's a part of the conditioning as well. I feel like you were taught to maybe overly give, but not receive. You're able to receive, and I feel like you're also able to ask for what you need. You're able to prioritize yourself. You notice that you are worthy of much more. This and in understanding this, it opens up new possibilities, maybe things you've never considered, like, you know what, I could be making more money. um i I'm worthy of going back to school. I'm whatever that is for you. I'm worthy of investing in myself. And that opens up new doors. That's also going to um, open you up to meeting new people. Yeah, just it's going to open up all kinds of doors for you. There's a lot here around your self-worth and seeing yourself as worthy of having more, dreaming bigger, not playing small, but receiving, being able to receive, um, and not have blocks. Maybe you don't even realize that you have blocks up around receiving, and this can be receiving money, love, attention, help, all kinds of things. Hmm, very interesting. This could also be sharing your talents with others, feeling safe to share your talents with others, your God-given gifts. Never underestimate that. There's a reason why you have those gifts. Now is the time to take action on what? What should air signs take action on this month? Three of Cups. Um, Having fun just for the sake of having fun. Connecting with others just for the sake of connecting with others. Being more carefree. Being lighthearted. I love this card. It's one of my favorite Three of Cups. I love the fall vibe, which is interesting because I have felt like the last couple of months, it's kind of felt like fall energetically, not like I'm in the northern hemisphere. It's way hot where I'm at. So, in that sense, it doesn't feel like fall, but the energy has felt like fall. Anyway, I love this card. Just enjoying nature, enjoying the abundance, the resources, the life that you have built, the people that you have surrounded yourself with, and having fun just to have fun. Being carefree, lighthearted. Um, Similar message. I think it was Earth Signs that had a similar message, which it's interesting when spirit tells you to take action and the action is like, go have fun. That's like that should be really easy, but sometimes it isn't. So air signs, go have fun, be lighthearted, and maybe part of the reason why you're not able to have fun, it's connected with in what is connected to this conditioning, this you're not worthy of having fun, or maybe this is frivolous and you were taught that you shouldn't be frivolous with your time. But enjoying others' company, being lighthearted and having fun is not frivolous. So, you could have some conditioning around this, and that might having fun and being lighthearted might be hard for you because there are conditioning maybe. And notice as you're having fun, just for the sake of having fun, um, notice what comes up. Notice are you feeling guilty? Are you feeling shameful? Are you feel like you're wasting your time? Notice what comes up. Those are the little details that we're meant to notice this month. Because it's going to help set you free, but I think more than just that, other doorways are gonna open, other pathways are gonna be available to you if you're able to notice these patterns and conditioning. Um, yeah, so pay attention to that. Go have fun. Go do something fun, and as you're having fun, notice what comes up. Are you truly able to stay in the moment, or are you feeling what? What are you feeling? All right. And air signs, what truth are you awakening to? Going back to that energy of that fig, as you pull the leaves back on that fig, what truth? What truth are you awakening to? Let's take a look. What truth are you awakening to? Air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Oh, look at this. We've got Gemini's card here. We've got the lovers. What truth are you awakening to? That you are worthy of being loved, of receiving love, giving love, of being seen, but also slowing down, being in the moment, not rushing around, being more carefree. And there's nothing wrong with that. Um, I mean, look at these two. They have no place to be. No, they're not rushing to go anywhere or do anything. They don't have a bunch of, a list of goals that they are trying to achieve. They're just present in the moment and enjoying each other's company. So that's the truth that you're awakening to. It feels like an easier way of being, a different lifestyle even. So maybe some of you are going to be led down a different path that's going to bring in an easier way of living, you know, um, getting back to the basics, simplifying your life. Those could all be things that are coming up for you. Either way, your needs are met, you're resourceful, you're abundant, you're meant to have fun. Um, You're meant to find ease and flow and connect in with that creative part of you as well. All right, air signs, let's go ahead and pull one final card for July 2026. And I'm wishing you all the very best. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And if you'd like to book a one-on-one, the links are below. All right, air signs, final card, final message for air signs. Oh, look at this, card number 44. It says activate the sisterhood. I feel like that's really connected in with this 3 of cups here. Activate the sisterhood. Connections, really important. Nice. That's a really beautiful card too. I love the feathers going into that lighthearted, spacious feeling. Presence, beauty, feeding your heart, feeding your soul. All right, air signs, have a fantastic July. Take great care of yourself, and I will talk to you soon.